Happens to me 10 times a day. I see something totally none of my business, and I think, I could do better than that. I could come up with something better than that. Usually I can. Well, I found an interesting one. So today on Benny's Garage, strap yourself in, hold on, because we're gonna fork things up. Here's the scenario. There's a bunch of guys, a gaggle of dudes, a keg of bros. We'll call them men, a group of them. Nice guys, colorful guys. They like forks. They use a lot of them, and now they need more. I know what you're thinking. Is there an eating contest? Who are these people? What's going on? There's a saying, ours is not to reason why, ours is but to freaking try. Behold the humble fork, successor to the chopstick, predecessor to something awesome. Be it salad, dessert, dinner, tuning, or pitch, you don't want to be up a creek without one. To dispense the fork, we must get to know the fork. This is about coming up with solutions to problems. Yes, today's problem is about forks, but it's not just about forks. Metaphorically, the fork in this story could be anything in the world. It could be spoons. Here's the solution currently in use. 2 forks in a cup. Sounds like internet gold. And if a little is good, more is better. So the given solution for more forks is a bigger cup. But it has a flaw. See, these forks aren't being carefully, slowly, delicately lifted from their nests. Oh no. They're being ripped away in a blind and frantic explosion of plasticware. Sometimes they're grabbed all at once, with some being dropped, tossed away. The lucky ones are lifted out and go on to fulfill their destinies. But as they go, they lift up and pry out the others. Some are found later in pieces. We call that collateral damage. All right, so we've narrowed it down to 3 things. Number 1 is the printed fork giver outer, or PFGO. Now, the printed fork giver outer, it's going to be 3D printed, and it's basically going to be a little box. So here's a box. I don't know. There you go. So there's going to be forks in the box. Those are forks. And when you take a fork out of the box, another fork falls into place. I can't see how that could go wrong. Okay, number 2 is going to be the rotary rubber band turny thing, or RRBTT. And that's going to basically be, it's going to be like a wheel, all right? And it's going to have little compartments, okay? And then the forks are going to sit in there. And then there'll be like a spring, or like, I'm thinking rubber band on it. So it'll be on like a little stand and with a thingy, so that it gets turned and the rubber band holds tension against, I don't know, something. And it holds the fork in place. And then when you take the fork out, the next one springs over. All right. And then the number 3 is, it's going to be, it's like a fork under clippy kind of ergonomic rail system. And that's going to be some sort of a clip or a clamp that holds the forks, and then you just pull the forks off. But it'll have to be angled so that it fits under like a countertop and holds the fork right, so you could just grab it. So that's going to be what we do. All right, so for the first one now, I drew up a little thing here on a Tinkercad. You didn't want to see that whole part, it was boring. Essentially, you got your forks. You got your forks kind of stacked in there on a little thing. See if I can show you the forks. So you got the forks in there, and essentially they're going to kind of slide down. The bottom's a little angled. There's some little bumps in there to hold them centered. And then you pull out the fork, and the next ones come down. That's going to be that. Hopefully that works out good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is exciting.
All right. The second one here is, I think, going to be the biggest kind of project to show you, only because I'm kind of doing it on the fly, and I kind of have a rough picture in my head. But yeah, there you go. You're ready for a big number 2. All right, if you are still with us, hey, you are a trooper. Okay, so this was going to be the ergonomic rail system. Enjoy.
For your consideration, first we have the PFGO, the printed fork giver outer. Sort of works, needs a couple little tweaks. It's compact, easy to load. I think one of the downsides of this is that if you shake it around too much, then it can get messed up a little bit. Next we have number 2, the RRBTT, the rotary rubber band turning thing. This is not pretty, but it is functional, kind of like me. It's okay. It's a little bulky. I think the finished design would be a little refined. Other than that, it seems to work. Idea number 3, the fork under clippy kind of ergonomic rail system. This one is the simplest of the designs, but it requires under-the-counter space. And I think if you're moving around a lot, you might knock them all loose. So there's that.
Well, here they are. You got a better idea? Let's hear it. Have I come up with something better? I don't know. But had a fun day in the garage. That's the important part.